It's now time for an EmGo public service announcement. Recently, there has been a bit of debate about the topic of say za and say the. When I reviewed Kyuranger, I used the translation from the subs used on the show, which had it written as say the. When I used this translation in my review, people in the comments were all like, "You're wrong! That's not what it's saying!" Then, in the following Seiza Blaster review, I used the word constellation, which is what Seiza translates to, and people in the comments were all like, "You're wrong! That's not what it's saying!" So now, I'm going to break it all down for you. In promotional materials for the show, it's being written as say the. It's being used as a pun. You know puns, the lowest form of comedy. And I love them! When you break seiza into two parts, you have sei, which sounds like say, and za, which is Japanese for the. Therefore, sei-za becomes say the. Now, the word seiza is the Japanese word for constellation, which makes perfect sense since the premise of the show is the constellations. So, you may be asking, is the correct translation say the or constellation? It's both! Both are correct! Both are right! Everyone is right! Hooray! So now that that's been cleared up, I look forward to people still debating and complaining about it for the remainder of the series. This is not going to be a fun year for me. Now, a review!
It slices, it dices, it can even give you a haircut if you're really, really careful.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Kyuranger DX Q the Weapon. So here we are, and there it is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right up front here, we have Q the Weapon. We got Shishi Red. On this side of the box, we got Shishi Red. All like, "I'm gonna cut you so good, you're gonna wish I didn't cut you so good." On this side of the box, you have Shishi Red again. Like, "I'm gonna stab you so good, you're gonna wish I didn't stab you so good." On the top of the box here, you have the rest of the Kyurangers. On the bottom of the box, you have all 9 of your Kyurangers. On the back of the box, you have your obligatory product shots. It does this, that, and the other. It does a lot of stuff. And you have Sad Pac-Man! And that's basically it for the packaging. So, moving right along, here we have Q the Weapon, the main sidearm of the Kyurangers. But before we take a look at Q the Weapon, let us take a look at the included Q-Tama. This is the Boenkyu Q-Tama, Boenkyu meaning telescope, and this represents the Telescopium constellation. And you can see done in a nice transparent blue. You got the little designs right there in the front, little designs there in the back. It is number 20, and again, standard Q-Tama that we've seen quite a few times already. Got the pins on the bottom. It does have the transparent bottom. And yeah, and then you just give it a spin, and boop, it's telescope. Yay! Now, I'm not going to bring in Kyuranger. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in my flashlight here just to show the image in the Q-Tama when it is lit. You can see you get stars. Yay! Stars. And it just looks like you're looking into a telescope. So, there you go. That's adorable. So, there you have that. So, without further ado, let's take a listen to what it does in the Seiza Blaster. So, we will insert the Q-Tama. And we will transform. Start change. And there you go. It doesn't say the name of the Q-Tama after it does the transformation noise. But there you go. So now what we'll do is the attack. There you go. And we'll do our big attack. So you have that. And now we will summon our Voyager. There you go. And we can control our Voyager. It's a weird noise. But okay. And then we will dock. And at that point we can keep docking. And there you go. There are the noises that the Qama makes in the Seiza Blaster. So there you have that. And now moving on to the main event here, we have Q the Weapon. Again, the main sidearm of all of the Kyurangers. And what's pretty cool is this does have 9 separate modes, so there is a mode for each ranger, and pretty cool, and it makes it very, very playable. And honestly, there are way more than 9 modes. You can totally fan mode a bunch of other modes out of this if you want to, but yeah, definitely a lot of playability in this toy. But let's get in close here so we can see the details. My favorite part of this toy is the sparkly, flecky, transparent blue plastic, which looks wonderful, looks gorgeous, in my opinion anyway. I absolutely love it. Makes for a really, really nice effect. Very cool. Get some nice gold paint going down the center there. Which, yeah, this little transparent piece right here where we will have some lights going off. Get some more of that gold. Get a little transparent blue piece right here. That's for some of the other modes. You have a place here to plug your Qama. And some other connection points right there, on the back. Let's see all that. And there you go. Your on-off switch is right here. Your speaker is right here. Your battery compartment is right here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, let's just get down to the... Actually, before we get down to the noises, just for a quick comparison, let me see if I can get both of these in frame. But here it is with the previous sidearm weapon, the Duo Buster, and you can see definitely larger than the Duo Buster. A lot more going on there with Q the Weapon. So there you go. So now we're gonna get down to some noises. So turn this on and you get that nice red LED that goes off in there. Turn down again so you can see the little image that lights up. See a little star in there, which is pretty cool. And it defaults to sword mode. If you want to officially put it into sword mode, you just want to hold the trigger down. Q sword. And now it is officially in Q sword mode. And you pull the trigger. Get a big slashing noise. You can rapid fire. There you go. That's the only noise you get. Now you can plug your Qama into this section right here to get your final attack. And pull the trigger. And there you go. And that is the same noise that it makes for all 9 modes. So it doesn't matter what mode you're in, it will do the same final attack noise. Unfortunately, it would have been nice if each mode got its own separate final attack noise, but that's the only final attack noise you're going to get. But there you go. But the Qama is locked in place to release it. You have these 2 black buttons here on either side. So just squeeze them together. And the Qama just pops right off. There's no reader or anything. This doesn't recognize what Qama is plugged in there. The only thing the Qama does is it pushes this black button right here. So by all rights and accounts, you really don't even need the Qama. You can just hold the button down with your thumb. So you can get the final attack even without plugging a Qtama in there if you don't want to. So that's how that works. So now let's get down to the other mode. So this is the Q Sword mode for red, but now we will move on to Q Spear mode, which is used by orange. So to do that, we're going to start just taking this thing apart. So you have these two buttons right here on either side. You just want to push those in. Oops, I pushed that button by accident. But you want to push these little clips in. That will allow you to pull this section out. And then you want to hold down these two clips right here and pull that section out like that. So as you can see, this is made up of 3 separate pieces. So now to go into spear mode, we're just going to use this section right here, plug that on, and then we're going to flip out this bit right here, and there you go. We are now in spear mode. That's a spear. That's a spear. And to switch the sounds over to spear mode, you just hold down the trigger again. There you go. Now it is officially in spear mode, so when you pull the trigger, and there you go. So there is the spear mode for orange. And now we will move on to Q Claw, which is used by blue. So to do that, we're going to remove this section. Remove. We're going to flip this back up. We're going to turn this around. We're going to take this section here. We're going to plug it on to this section, like that. Flip these blades down. And there you have the Q Claw. And again, to switch it over to claw mode, you're just going to hold this is where my tongue stops working. You're going to hold the trigger down. Now, there are 2 triggers, so depending on how you hold it, you'll still have a trigger right there. So hold the trigger down. And now it is officially in Q Claw mode. And when you pull the trigger, that's a clawing sound, apparently. You can claw and claw and claw. It's the claw! You're scared of the claw! You're scared of the claw! Anyway, so there's the claw mode for blue. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. So now we will move on to Q Crossbow, used by gold. And to do that, you just flip this around, fold these back out, and voila! There you have crossbow mode right there. Very simple. And to switch the sounds over, again, just hold down the trigger. And now it is officially in crossbow mode. Pull the trigger. Get that shooting. To rapid fire that. That is pretty much it. So, yeah. And just to prove my point, I'm going to plug the Qtama in there again and do the Galaxy! Just so you can hear that. It's the same noise, so yeah. So there you have that. So there you have the crossbow mode. There you go. So now moving on to the axe, which is used by black. And we will just disengage this section right here. And we will take it and plug it up top. And there you go. Axe mode. Yay! So hold the trigger down. And now it is officially in axe mode. Pull the trigger. Get a big slashing noise right there. And of course you can rapid fire. There you go. There you have the big ol' axe mode. So now we will move on to the Q sickle, used by Silva. And to do that, we're going to release this section right here. And then we're going to bring this section of the blade back in, plug that in, rotate this section around like that, and then we're going to bring this bit back down, and there you have the Q sickle. So to switch the noises over, again, just hold down the trigger. Q sickle! And now it's officially in Q sickle mode, and pull the trigger. That's a weird noise. What's with the curly noise? Curly from the Three Stooges. Did he voice this? Woo, woo, No, I'm sorry. Anyway, so there you have. There you have the sickle mode. So now we will move on to the Q rapier, which is used by green. So we will now disengage this section, and then we will just flip all this around, and voila, there we have the Q rapier. That's it. That's all there is to it. And hold down the trigger.
Q rapier.
And now it is officially in rapier mode, and you pull the trigger. Kind of like a swinging noise. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There you go. There you go. So there's the rapier mode. That's all there is to it. So now we will move on to the Q shot mode used by Pink, and you just take the section here, flip it up, and there you go. Q shot. That's it. That's it. So hold down the trigger again.
Q shot.
Now it is officially in Q shot mode. Pull the trigger. There's some pew pew noises. And there you go. So there is the Q shots. And last but not least, we have the Q slasher, which is used by yellow. So to get it into Q slasher mode, we just take this section, bring it in, clip that on, and voila, Q slasher. There you go. Hold down the trigger.
Q slasher.
And now it is officially in Q slasher mode. And pull the trigger. And that's the noise you get. Of course, you can always rapid fire. I'm sorry. All right, there you go. And that is pretty much it. That is all of your modes. And like I said, you could fan mode some other modes out of it if you want, and you can, do this or something that's weird, but it's something you could do. And plug this back up here. That's some kind of weird weapon you can have going on, or that could be something there. You can hold it like that maybe and slash that way. I don't know, but you can fan mode a couple extra modes out of it, or you can flip these like that or something. That could be the Q blender, maybe Q blender mode. That could work. Q blender. That would be dangerous. That would be really, really dangerous. That should be an official mode right there. Q blender. Q blender. I don't know. Anyway. So, and when you hold the trigger down again,
Q sword.
it cycles back to Q sword. There we go. And that is basically it for Q the weapon. A very cool toy. I do quite like this. I really love the design of this also. I think it looks awesome. I really love the design of this sword. And very cool. Like I said, it has a lot of playability with all of the different modes. And, like I said, you can even, fan mode some extra modes out of it. And, yeah, it's very cool. Very fun. I very much dig it. And there you have the Bowen Qtama, which is included. And yeah, I dig this. I dig this very much. So, there you go! Now I picked this up from Hobby Link Japan, HLJ, but of course there are many other sites you can go to for stuff like this if you are interested, such as CS Toys, Ami, Hobby Search, Mandarake. Of course there's always eBay and Amazon, but do be wary of their pricing. You can also get Super Sentai toys at BigBadToyStore.com as of this recording. They don't currently have any Kyuranger stuff for sale, but keep checking back with them if you do want to buy from them. I'm sure at some point they'll probably get this stuff in to sell, but it takes them a little longer to get it in. But I don't know for sure if they're going to get this stuff in. So, like I said, check with them if you want to buy with them. But of course, like I said, there are other sites you can go to for stuff like this. You can also check out my Kyuranger playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGames, check out LoriPlan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Kyuranger DX the weapon, and this is EmGo's saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud.
Come in, you fiend!